By this point in carnival season, most of us have a lot of beads that are piled up at home and maybe even a bag or two stashed away in the attic. But cutting through the mass-produced Mardi Gras throws is something special. There's been a rise in popularity of signature throws, the kind they're handmade, one of a kind, and unique to each crew. Devin brought a lot of shows us how.
Beads, beads, and more beads have been flying from floats for weeks, but every once in a while you'll catch something rare, made in New Orleans and one of a kind.
Everybody wants the shoe. Everybody wants the shoe. Like, I will try to give them other things and like, we just want the shoe.
Throw me something signature, like Crew of Iris sunglasses, plungers and brushes from Tux, Crew of Carrollton shrimp boots, Allah's glitter genie bottles, cups from the Crew of Cleopatra, Femme Fatale's hand-decorated compacts, custom Zulu coconuts, King Arthur grails, or of course, a muse's shoe. Nearly every crew that rolls has its own signature throw, and every year more crews add a trademarked piece.
We usually take 2 weeks off after Mardi Gras, but I already have a list of 2024 things that I want to make.
Penny Caballero and her husband Paul are the creators behind Glitter Crew. You'll find them on Instagram, where thousands of followers await a sneak peek of their annual creations.
Lots of glitter and lots of sparkle.
Long before the parades roll, nearly 500 King Arthur grails and muses shoes are expertly glittered in this garage.
Into the glitterage.
Yes, the glitterage.
It's Holy Grail headquarters for their entire family who rides with the Crew of King Arthur.
So these are going to go on some grails.
They take these basic plastic grails issued by the crew and turn them into works of art.
Over time, you learn how thick or thin to put the decoupage on.
They also sell these amazing handmade band hats to crews all over Louisiana. Paul has the 3D printer going year-round, and Penny always has the next project planned out.
I just jot down ideas in a notepad or on a piece of paper all year round and send notes to Paul like, hey, I need this 3D printed. Can you make me a toucan? Can you make me a pirate chest? You know, I have a vision for what I want to do next.
It's an art, and for these two whose careers are in IT, it's a science. They've got every shade of glitter imaginable and even mix them to create custom colors.
This is Queen Guinevere's tower.
They've also figured out how to turn the entire room into a dehydrator. That means faster drying time for grails and for the 25 incredible, unique shoes Penny glitters every year as a member of the Crew of Muses.
So it is like one of the most well sought after throws in Mardi Gras for sure, but it's a lot of fun.
Muses has everything to do with this tradition of signature throws, says Mardi Gras historian Errol Laborde.
The pioneer in doing personalized throws was Muses, which started in the year 2000.
The shoes started it all, but Laborde started our history lesson on throws more than 100 years earlier.
Well, I think the place to begin would be 1871.
That's when he says the 12th Night Revelers Parade had a Santa Claus throwing small gifts into the crowd. Rex began throwing imported glass beads in the early 1900s. Zulu began throwing less expensive coconuts in 1909. And in the mid-century, Rex began throwing the first personalized throw, doubloons embossed with the crew's name.
Rex and his entourage were Gallier Hall, and the parade was way down St. Charles Avenue. And calls were coming in, man, something's going on, people are going crazy. Rex is throwing money to the crowd, and people fighting for the money. So that's the first time they'd seen the balloon.
Then in 1968, Laborde says Bacchus went all out with the floats, the Grand Marshal, and the throws. And it spurred a demand for trinkets that changed Carnival forever. Now, parade goers yearn for the moment a muse picks them to give away one of their few specialty shoes.
The combination of Bacchus creating more and more of a demand for throwing, and then Muses introducing new creativity. I mean, the thing has been on a spiral.
And in that spiral, New Orleanians found a hustle. Signature throws have become big business for some crafters who are paid to come up with the ideas and create the signature throws for crew members. Others, like Glitter Crew, gain big online followings showing off their creativity. Other pages, like the Mystical Order of the Phoenix Platter Tracker and the Crew of Carrollton Shrimp Boot Tracker, popped up, dedicated to sharing photos of the throws in their new homes.
So that's one of our favorite things. So in our grails, we put a little note that says, you know, tag King Crew of King Arthur, hashtag got a grail, or tag, you know, Muse's shoes. And we'll go the day after the parade, we're like looking all day, like, is that ours? Is that ours? We love to know where they go.
In a sea of mass production, Louisianans have found yet another way to bring art into Mardi Gras. And if you make a sign, or maybe just look like you're having a great time, you might just get one to call your own. In New Orleans, Devin Bartolotta, Eyewitness News.